Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, non-binary pals, and a technical rainbow in between, this is Modular Media Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Chris, a Boingo Rider Gaston, and with me, as always, is my tag team partner in this endeavor.
We're using our real boy names tonight?
What?
You used a real boy name.
We always use real boy names.
We haven't done that in a while, dude.
Every week, I say Chris, a Boingo Rider Gaston.
Do you know?
Yes. Do you want me to go back and find it?
Not really. Hi, everybody. I'm Simeon the Vacuum Eater.
Alrighty. Now that we've got those fucking pedantries out of the goddamn way.
Yeah.
What are you giggling about?
You've been entertaining this evening. Let me just put it that way.
I'm punchy. There's almost as if there's something coming up on Monday that I'm kind of freaking myself out over, but also getting hype and excited. Yeah.
I wonder if this is what hanging out with stand-ups is like.
No, they use a lot more slurs and naughty language.
Yeah. No, I'm not hanging out with a stand-up comedian. I'm just hanging out with one of their jokes.
See, I'm not the joke of a stand-up comedian. I'm a joke of a clown. Remember, my father was actually a clown.
You've never told me that. Wow.
Motherfucker in high school, clown makeup. He went to birthday parties, as far as I'm aware. Juggled balloon animals, silly voices.
Real life gets more and more interesting with each passing week.
And then he joined the military.
You had to ruin my transition.
Yeah, I do. Speaking of ruining things, how was your evening?
Fuck you. I came out to have a good time.
And yet you're feeling so attacked.
I am. I'm feeling very attacked right now. I am the drag race. Is that to me? Is that
I don't know what we're on about. What were you going to say?
This is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, it is. Hi.
Hi.
Hi?
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. We're doing this. Hey. Look at us.
Are we?
Look at us. Look what we're
Is
doing.
that what's happening right now? Are we doing MMWP? Is that what's going on? Is that the real, actual existence?
Sir, I think you're having a mental breakdown.
You just now noticed.
Sir, this is a podcast.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll go to the mental clinic. Enjoy.
I think I get more jokey when I have the sunglasses on. I think it affects the joke meter. All right, we got a lot to fucking talk about in professional wrestling.
And damn right we do.
I thought you were gone. I thought you were going to.
I've never. Boingo. No one's ever truly gone.
Fuck off. So what were you going to say?
I don't even remember at this point. Can we just fucking talk about All Out and the goddamn situation that unfolded? Because, yeah, sorry everybody. It looks like we can't do live reactions like we were hoping.
No. Also, your mic just roboted for a second, but I heard you loud and clear enough. So
yeah, we can't. Live reactions do not work on this channel because
yet
we don't have the bandwidth capability. We're chewing up too much bandwidth by being in separate places and trying to stream it and trying to stream to you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe when we're in the same place, maybe we'll try and do a live reaction to something at the summit. No promise. We don't even know when the summit is taking place yet for sure. Spring next year. We don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
But that might be a thing. But we got about an hour and a half into All Out, and then your computer just started pooping.
Yeah, it was just a variety of things that just compounded. We had fun while we were doing it, and we'll try and do
We
it one
kept,
day.
we kept watching after we went off the air. We watched the whole pay per view
Oh yeah,
together,
yeah,
and funnily enough, as soon as we went off the air, Buster was like, "Hey, I'll pop my wrestle cherry."
yeah. Yeah, which is you know what, cool enough, fine enough. Everything hunky dory there.
Yeah.
And I think there's a seed of interest now because the match they saw was Young Bucks Lucha Bros.
Yeah. Couldn't have picked a better moment, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But before we need to talk about All Out, we got to talk about Rampage.
Okay, tell me what happened at Rampage, because I honestly don't remember at this point. There's too much shit that's happened since.
Well, Pepsi Man showed up.
He sure did. He
Uh,
gave refreshing drinks to one and all.
Malachi Black had a match with Lee Johnson, which was a pretty typical AEW style squash. Lee Johnson got some things in. He looked good, but Malachi won and was.
It was
very
better than
dominant
I
in defeat.
expected, now that I remember it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was solid. It was good. It was Malachi furthering the story of dismantling the Nightmare Factory. And god damn it, if Malachi doesn't win at Arthur Ashe, I riot.
You might want to have a sign ready then.
Buddy.
Just saying. Just saying. I know Cody.
Yeah, but
We,
here's the
we,
thing. Cody act that repetitive? Because he's done this twice before.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the pattern.
Yeah. But
There's,
if he wants to break the pattern and he wants to swerve people, now would be the time to swerve them, right?
right.
All right. But Malachi, cool. Malachi's dope. Fucking watch Malachi Black.
Yes.
Miro cut a promo in the ring, and then Eddie Kingston came out and said the most iconic line of AEW
Oh,
history.
yeah. This was...
Where basically Eddie Kingston came out and goes like, "Yo, bitch, fuck your god. Even if your god does exist, he's punishing you because he showed me all your weaknesses, and in my entire arsenal, is based around your one weakness. I am tailor built to defeat you. Also, you call yourself the Redeemer. Redeem these nuts."
Quote of the year.
Quote of the year. It's on t-shirts, guys. Buy the t-shirts.
Oh, I want to buy the t-shirt, but like, where the fuck would I wear it?
AEW shows.
Yeah.
Wrestling shows in general. I mean, I think they get the joke.
I did have a thought today that like it would be, I don't know how I would pull it off, but it would be an amazing video if somebody just goes into a WWE show, because they make you take off AEW shirts at WWE shows.
Mm-hmm.
Go into a WWE show just wearing like 20 AEW shirts on top of one another, and just have somebody filming you while you take off shirt and give it to the security guard. I need the other one. Okay. And then that just goes on for like 15 minutes until finally you're bare chested.
And on the bare chest, it just says "Young Bucks for life."
You just have
On the bare chest, it just
TNT tattooed onto your chest.
no on your bare chest, it just says, "You should have let Cody be Cody."
Yeah.
And Miro, this was a good segment, and it got me hyped for the match we'll talk about in a moment. Then we had a handicap match: Chris Statlander versus Rebel, not Reba, and something hater,
Jamie.
I
Like the second Doctor's most well-known companion.
I was thinking like something else, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird, but yeah, no, solid little handicap match just to get Chris Statlander over.
Yeah. Oh, Stylander looked very strong and very badass during this match, I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then we had a little promo segment between uh, Paint Boys and the gay adopted family.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Wasn't that fun?
You guys think people listening to this might think I'm joking. 2.1 have said that Daniel Garcia is their son.
They've said that now?
In promos, yes. They said it in
Amazing.
this promo.
Well, we were talking over it, so I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Because we watched Rampage together, too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the match was fine. I like it. I like Daniel Garcia. He's been doing good shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice seeing Darby talk a little more.
Oh, yeah. And then FanFest happened. We don't got any pictures from there because it was mostly for fans.
Let's talk about toys. We're going to talk about toys. Shut up and talk about toys. It's time to talk about toys.
You want to try that song again while you're by yourself?
I'm just trying to get up to the news real quick here. All right, so first off, we got the sculpts, because I posted it all in your fucking Discord chat, so now I'm just bringing that up.
You did.
All right, first off, we got the sculpts for Unmatched Series Free, which is LJN style Darby Allin. Don't give a shit about that.
It looks fine.
Yeah. John Silver, who looks really, really good. Maybe a bit too muscly in the chest, but that's just my personal preference.
John Silver can never be too muscly.
They did do a good job of making him look significantly shorter than all the other figures so far.
That's good.
Anna Jay, who looks spot frickin' on. She's going to come with an alternate smiling head. Stu Grayson, who also looks pretty darn close. Not too much to say about him, honestly. Brody Lee. Really, really impressed that they went for ring gear here, because the picture they initially showed when they just revealed the lineup, it was him in a suit, and I was like, oh god, the first figure is going to be him in a suit, and ring gear is either going to be a variant or a ringside exclusive or something like that. No, we're getting the ring gear as the regular release. Very happy about that.
Nice.
Evil Uno, it might just be the way the render turned out, but something about his vest looks a little too boxy to me. Other than that, I like him though.
On bad days, his vest can look boxy too.
That's fair. And scrolling down to the next reveal. Unmatched Series 4, we got the lineup for that announced, which is going to be Jade Cargill, new Cody Rhodes, which I'm assuming is going to be suited Cody, because that's the picture they showed. A new Hangman Adam Page, a new MJF, fucking classic TNT, maybe even pre-TNT Chris Jericho, like, looks young as shit, gear. I'm really excited about this. The potential of Legends gear. Imagine getting classic Arn and Tully.
Ooh. Also, here's the thing. You can get every version of Sting.
Yeah. And also
because they're working with Impact, they can get Joker Sting.
Jeremy did say he liked the idea of doing box sets of characters who have a lot of versions of themselves. So every version of Chris Jericho, every version of Sting, every version of Matt Hardy. Imagine those box sets. But
you could also do every version of Dustin. You just couldn't do Gold Dust.
Yeah. And the last figure revealed for Unmatched Series 4, CM Punk to the AEW toy line confirmed.
I mean, it was inevitable. It also just makes total sense of like, oh, this will be an instant seller.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta do Punk. You gotta get Punk. He's great. Punk. There will also be a Bloody Britt Baker variant ringside exclusive, which is really cool. Love that they're doing that. The lineup for Unrivaled Series 9 will be Brian Cage, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Christian Cage, and Eddie Kingston, and Thunder Rosa. I forgot about Thunder Rosa for a
Thunder
second.
Rosa. Damn.
Banger wave of nothing but new characters.
Banger. Also, the entirety of Team Taz, who
Mhm.
wrestles.
They also showed a more detailed look at the new best friends wave that's coming,
Hell
and
yeah.
we got to see that Orange is basically unchanged except he's wearing a different shirt.
You know what? Honestly, that's fine. It's just nice to have different varieties, but getting the rest of the best friends is good.
I get that they went with a best friend shirt because it's basically the best friends wave, but I would have loved it if they gave us the blood orange shirt.
Yeah, but I mean, we got Cassidy with the classic Orange Cassidy shirt.
We're also getting our first shop.aew.com exclusive. It's going to be Chris Jericho with his like 80s pinup Le Champion shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting a ringside exclusive exploding barbed wire death match 2 pack, a bloody variants of Kenny Omega and John Moxley.
That's gonna be fun. There are going to be people who will make fun of it still.
Yeah. Uh, And then we are getting a number of retailer exclusives that are basically repacks of things we've gotten before with a few slight alterations. There's going to be a Smith's exclusive action ring, which is the smaller retail scale ring that'll come with a Hangman Adam Page, which looks like it's the same as the Series 5 Hangman.
That's good.
There's going to be a bunch of Amazon exclusive tag team 2 packs. John Moxley versus Darby Allin as it's being marketed. It's basically the same Moxley as Series 2, it looks like, but he'll come with the barbed wire bat from the Deathmatch 2 pack. And looks like the same Darby as the first Darby we got. There's going to be a deluxe Chris Jericho, which looks like Series 1 Jericho with the Series 6 head, and he's coming with 2 jackets we haven't gotten before, as well as a bandana that's brand new.
Fair enough. Cool.
And they're calling that a gear pack, so we may see more of those in the future. Um, we're
Basically,
getting
a higher price for a figure and a little bit more accessories.
Yeah. We're getting a Hangman and Kenny Tag Team Champions 2 pack that basically looks like it's their Series 4 figures, or I think that Kenny was Series 4 and Series 5, because these are from different waves. But they're in a 2 pack now, and they come with the Tag Team Championships. And we're getting a Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky Tag Team Champion 2 pack, which is slightly new looks. I think that's a new head on Scorpio, different expression, and the gear is it's the red highlighted gear they were wearing after they won the championships, and they come with microphones. And all those are I don't remember if I said or not, but the last 4 things I said, those are all going to be Amazon exclusives, and I believe that is everything that was shown so far as toys. But then we did get a bit of an update on the AEW console game. They had a whole panel for AEW games, talked a lot about how they're expanding the roster of the Elite GM game. There's going to be a bunch of new characters, going to be a bunch of alternate skins coming in, stuff like that. Really cool thing. They much like the toy line, they are rushing in CM Punk, but also coming in the next update, Brody Lee Jr. is going to be in the game,
Hell yeah.
and they're keeping it a secret from him until it launches.
Yet they announce it, and he's a young kid, and you can find it on the internet.
I get the feeling that he's one of those kids that has limited internet time, and his mom doesn't let him have a social media presence yet.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, seems like a bunch of cool things, a bunch of cool announcements.
Oh, and if I forgot to say, the console game update we got was a little video. Jungle Boy is going to be in the game. We saw a video of him wrestling Derby and the current version of the arena map they have
Hmm.
still looks very much early development, not a fully fleshed out
It
crowd.
looks
But
very smooth though. The animations look very smooth.
yeah, yeah, really smooth, really snappy. I dug it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, it's looking good. It's realistic without being photorealistic,
Uh huh.
which is nice, which I think works better with wrestling games. I think it works better for most games. I have made no quarrels with the fact that I am anti photorealism in video games.
Yeah, we need to pump the brakes on that, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I got a couple of those kind of games, but it's not like. I mean, I love like I played Death Stranding some, and I need to finish it. Oh, yo, that'll probably be a game that'll show up on the Twitch channel.
You're gonna sit down and watch a movie with all your fans.
I fucking hate that you're not wrong.
It's funny because literally all I know about Death Stranding is A. Norman Reedus, B. Hideo Kojima, C. The Trash Taste Boys said the last cutscene is 2 hours long.
True, but also just like that's how Hideo Kojima makes video games.
Yeah, I get the feeling that that guy is like the epitome of born in the wrong generation. Like if he had been born like maybe 15 years later, he could have really capitalized on the streaming binging boom.
I mean, to an extent, he kind of like the reason he's in video games is because he wanted to make movies and then saw the capability of games and was like, "Oh no, no, that's where the future of storytelling is. I need to be there." And then he made Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and in the middle of that he produced Boktai, Zone of the Enders.
Okay.
And then eventually he made Death Stranding, which is a simulation walking game.
Wow.
There's a difference because people go like, "Oh, walking sim is just like you push forward and you move places." No, you actually gotta like plan your path. It's like hiking. You don't hike up the dumb slippery rock. You go like, okay, no, that place would be hard to walk around, so I gotta walk around it, and I gotta okay but it's that in the game, but also spoopy ghosts.
Yes, dude.
So this is a podcast.
What is this podcast about again?
I'm pretty sure the first two words are modular media. Boom, baby! I am smart. I'm smarter than you. I am genius. Look at this, man. Look at this dude.
This is actually quite nice of right half the intercon.
You back with us in the land of the living?
Yeah, let's talk about All Out.
Yo! All out, baby.
It was pretty sick.
Yeah. Some people are saying it's one of the best AEW pay-per-views ever. Your opinion on that?
I've seen people saying it might be the new best pay-per-view ever. Like I've been seeing people say this is a potential contender against Bash at the Beach 98 and WrestleMania X7.
I don't think it's better than those, but I think it can be up there with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like I love this pay-per-view. We both enjoyed it thoroughly.
I have not enjoyed watching a pay-per-view this much since you and I watched that first from Australia Super Showdown.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is if this pay-per-view had like a few of the matches just went up another gear, it'd be better. Just like cuz most of them did. I just wanted like all like one or two more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even like complaining about things like Paul White versus QT. That was a logistical choice. That was just to make
I wasn't even thinking about that when you
space
said
and
that. You
time.
know what I thought of?
Hmm.
Nobody's talking about that world championship match.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what happened after.
Yeah, like if that match could have went up another gear, if Moxley versus Satoshi could have went up just another gear, it was a good
Mhm.
match, great match, perfect match. If
But
it
another example of we're not talking about the match, we're talking about what happened after it.
exactly, if it just was, if it went a little bit harder, I think this pay per view would have easily gotten there. Right now, I say it's a comfortable third behind those two. You know?
Because I mean, I did enjoy QT versus Paul White. I thought that was very good for what it was. I I I don't think it was a great match. I don't think it's like a 5 out of 5. I don't even think
It
it's
wasn't
really
a
a.
match. It was just, hey, remember Paul White? Here's some
I'm
hitting
not
it.
even talking about that match anymore. I
Oh,
would. I don't even think it gets all the way to a 4. But for the spectacle alone of seeing him back in the ring, I did enjoy CM Punk versus Darby Allin.
yeah. No, I think by the end of it, it was a good match. It wasn't like you're right. It wasn't like a 5-star classic, but I don't think it should have been.
It really felt like what it was. It was his first match back. It was a warm up. It was getting the ring rust off, getting used to this again.
But also, like, let's put in some actual work.
Because there's that homage to the Hitman.
There's 3
There's
homages
some
to the
good
Hitman.
yeah, there's some good trading of finishers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sitting up to avoid the goddamn coffin drop.
It's like, why has no one ever thought of this before?
Miro versus Eddie was excellent.
Yeah.
Great opener.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, like that's a match I feel like. Okay, so let's. I got some of the card up, so why don't we go through some of this? The pre-show was a pre-show. It was a good pre-show. Exactly what the pre-show needed to be.
sure.
What?
The Butcher.
The Butcher. Yeah, Butcher showed back up. He's dope.
Yeah, look at his walk. Isn't his walk great?
Yeah, it was basically a PWG style match just to get the crowd loosed up, happy.
Mm-hmm.
Babyfaces won, and it
For
feels
for lack of a better term, to use a WWE term, it was a good old pre-show jobber jamboree.
yeah, and we're gearing up towards the finale of Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy feud.
Please.
Uh, Next up, let's talk about the Women's Casino Battle Royale.
A lot of fun. A
A
lot
lot
of
of
fun.
fun.
Really enjoyed this. This is one of the matches we watched with Buster, because Buster was on for this too.
Yeah. This was fun. It could have been better.
Yeah, I don't think it was as cluttered as people are making it out to be, but it definitely was a little cluttered.
There's some arguments I've heard of like all these specifically from Wrestle Talk. What's up? We're big fans of those guys. If you haven't been able to tell already,
Yeah, we watch all the same people you guys watch. We're wrestling fans who have no lives.
who basically said like he wished the Joker got a little bit more offense before, not even before, but just more offense and not be bitched out essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of understand that, but it's also like you don't want her to be John Cena. You want her to be instantly competitive with all the people you have around them, and you want everybody to look good.
Also, let's just say it: the Joker was Ruby Soho.
Fucking Ruby Soho,
I was so happy.
so good.
So
Oh
we've been
man.
talking about it ever since she posted that first vignette, and I was just
Mhm.
like, I hope she's coming. I hope she's coming. This division could really use her. Not in like a bad way, but the division could really use her. And so far, she's been a great asset because
Oh
we've
yeah.
gotten a good bit of her ever since. Because she won. She won. She's got a title match with Britt coming up, and I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah. Very much. And to talk about Wrestle Talk again, because usually that's our like go to of like these are other wrestling fans that we hear their opinions on a regular basis, so it's easy to kind of like bounce off of that.
I also listen to Brian Zane and Wrestling Observer quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I listen to clips of that too, but um, of basically going, they don't want to trust the women's division until it actually proves it, even though everything seems to be like looking on the sunny side right now. And I can understand that, but like All Out and this Dynamite that we're going to talk about in a minute immediately made me go, oh, okay, so they are aware of all the problems and they are going to try and solve them.
hmm I mean, just the fact that Ruby Soho came in and is immediately getting a push when, as the show has even pointed out, she spent the last like 4 years in WWE's catering because she's not a tall, muscly blonde woman.
Yeah, no. Also, fucking she came out to the song Ruby Soho by Rancid.
Yeah. Which, if you remember back when we were talking about those vignettes, I was like, there's this song in the background of vignettes I really like. I can't quite place it though. And then it's like the main talking point with her after her debut. And so I put it on my workout playlist, and it's a great workout song.
Yeah. Rancid's good. I like their song can't remember what it's called. Black suit, white hat, black hair, Cadillac. Yeah. The
Okay,
boy's a time bomb. Time bomb.
okay. Here's a nice healthy reminder of how much of a music scrub I am. I'd never heard of them before this weekend.
They're a classic punk band, bruv.
Yeah, they are.
Have you heard of Bad Religion?
That sounds familiar, but it might just be because I've heard somebody say the phrase bad religion before.
Their logo is it's a cross, but it's crossed out. Like a no
Hmm.
smoking sign.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But no. And she's named after the song itself because the lead singer of the band was like, yo,
The guitarist.
it was guitarist? I could have sworn it was singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the person in the band was like, yo, do it. Here's the song too. Have an immediate, understandable package as a character.
Because he's a big old wrestling fan and apparently was a fan of hers.
Yeah.
Probably still is a fan of hers.
I mean, that's probably why she went with the name Ruby in WWE. You know,
Uh huh.
and she was like, "Oh, can I be Ruby Soho?" And they were like, "We want to own the name, so we can't do Ruby Soho because of Rancid. How about Ruby Riot?" And it's just like, hmm,
I think Ruby Riot and the whole Riot Squad thing was bestowed upon her by WWE because in her original indie run, she was Heidi Lovelace.
yeah. You know, I'm kind of glad she's not going back immediately going back to that name. She's trying to grow as a character. It's nice.
Yeah, because I don't want to say that name sucks, but like it's not great.
It is a very distinct indie name.
hmm
But there was also like a really cute moment. She wants the whole thing, and then Bryce Remsburg comes in and tells her, "Yo, you won," to pull up her arm, and she just looks at him and goes like, "Oh my God, it's you, Bryce! It's Bryce!" Because they used to work together in Chikara.
Yeah.
This is adorable.
hmm Also, Sarah Logan and her babby were backstage cheering him on.
Yeah. Now I just want to see like Bryce, Ruby, and Eddie Kingston all in the same room because they were all in Chikara. Yeah.
and then and then Orange is just like sitting in the background with a little ant terrarium.
Uh, the final fight, Chris Jericho attempted retirement match between MJF and him.
This was really good. This was really good and riveting, I thought.
Mm-hmm. First major screwy finish of AEW.
First restarting of a match in AEW, I think.
Mm-hmm. It worked for the match though.
And I really love the way they shot it too, like with all the confusion and the cutting back and forth between the refs and MJF being like, "Don't you fucking dare!" and then just like this perfect camera pan from the ref who saw it going like, no, I saw it, his foot was on the rope, to just pan over Justin Roberts wide-eyed. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Jericho's foot was on the ropes. This match will be restarted immediately.
And the crowd popped huge. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mostly it. Ready to talk about the best match of the night?
I don't know what to say. This was just like everything you could possibly want from a Hell in a Cell match that's not a Hell in a Cell match.
It was anime as fuck.
Uh-huh. Like just that, dude, that fucking entrance with Mikey Ruckus in the house performing their theme live. All the crazy move exchanges. The fucking Brandon perfectly tossing the bag with the spiked shoe into the cage, and then the use of the spiked shoe in the match. The desperation on the Bucks as each and every one of their finishers fails to work. And then the pop when the Lucha Bros won to become the new tag team champions and went outside and Penta fucking embraced with his family.
That man can never be a heel again.
No.
But no, there's also the fact of Penta protecting his brother.
Yeah.
So good. Like, genuinely one of the best matches of AEW's history, period.
It was fan-tiddly-tastic.
I love how number 1 and number 2 best AEW matches are both tag team matches.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have Revolution Bucks versus Kenny and Adam. And then we have this guy.
Very good.
Very good. Then we had CM Punk Darby Allin. We talked about this a little bit already. It was exactly what it needed to be. No more, no less.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was good. I like Punk's new gear.
Mm-hmm. I saw some people really confused by the tights, and I was just like, those are pants. They're fine.
I was more confused by his kick pads. They look really big and chunky.
Maybe he's got worse knees than we knew.
But then, after the main event between Christian Cage and Kenny Omega, which was okay, it was solid.
Yeah, it was decent.
If this was a B-show pay-per-view, that would have been an amazing match. But AEW only has 4 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
So it's not lackluster, it's just more of like, you ordered a $50 steak, what you got was a $40 steak.
And also, I had to go around back to eat the rest of it because the fucking pay-per-view service wasn't working for us after a while.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not a bad steak. It's just not as good as what you ordered.
By the way, just another great thing about All Out in general. Fantastic reminder this show was for why I pirate stuff and only pay companies through their merch.
But after the match, we had Kenny Omega coming out and basically going like, yo, fuck everybody who can beat me. The only people who can beat me are retired or dead.
No, he said, I told you no one can beat me. See, I told you. The only people who could possibly beat me are either not here, dead, or no, he said, not here, retired, or dead. And then the lights went out.
And then Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, look at that big old chipmunk man.
Look at that fat ass. Look at that fucking piece of lard.
Look at that doctor's assistant.
Dental assistant, come on.
She's a doctor. She's a doctorate.
Yeah, but no, he wouldn't be a doctor's assistant. He'd be a dental assistant.
Fair enough.
Also, for people listening back, there's a joke of Adam Cole being a fat ass when he's not. We're just repeating the joke.
It's from PWG, I think.
Yeah, PWG. It was Chucky T and Excalibur.
Yeah, because they were on commentary during a match, he was going to sit on a chair and deliver a promo after a match, and the chair just collapsed underneath him.
And so they're just like, oh, Adam Cole, big fat ass.
Yeah.
Even though he looks
then,
like this, an Adonis. Fuck.
He looks like your friend's skinny older brother.
Yeah. No, he looks like fucking Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason Shawn Michaels liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But no, he came out and he squared up against the Elite, and then he kicked Jungle Boy in the head, and they were like, "Hey, we're friends,
Buddy, pal, guy, friendo," and they kissed. They all kissed. It was very homoerotic.
They kiss. And then he was like, "What the fuck you expect? They're my friends, you dipshits."
Yeah, this isn't the start of a feud. No, this is us sending ourselves home happy because look. The Elite is finally all back. Because apparently the final countdown is too expensive even for Tony Khan.
Yeah, cost prohibitive, which is fine, and I also understand not going with a pure version of Flight of the Valkyries.
Like, it's fine, but like I did have this perfect image in my head. If you'll indulge me for a minute, I had this perfect image in my head because originally it was rumored he was going to debut at Brian Danielson. Everybody.
Brian Danielson. Get it through our heads. Brian Danielson.
I had this perfect image in my head of the Arthur Ashe Stadium show ending with. I didn't think it was going to be the Elite. I thought it would be the Pinnacle celebrating in the ring after a big match. And then, like, MJF goes to get the mic, and then just the entire stadium goes black. And then just you hear da-da-da-da. Single spotlight on the entrance. Da-da-da-da-da. Second spotlight on the entrance. Da-da-da-da-da. Third spotlight on the entrance. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He walks out.
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with this theme. If one day Europe gets a stick out of their ass and lets him use Final Countdown, dope.
Yeah. It's a good remix of Flight of the Valkyries. The only problem I have with them using it for him is I keep expecting him to pull out a mic and start rapping like R-Truth during his entrance.
Fair enough. I wish the remix part of it sounded more like Flight of the Valkyries.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a little bit more. Not a ton, but like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. But he came out and basically ran roughshod and stand tall.
Yeah. And it was fantastic. It was a fantastic way to end a great pay-per-view.
Yeah, and the post-match interviews with him was just fucking great. Because I love his
media scrum was wonderful.
Oh, beautiful. But I also love how his character is, I'm not here because I believe in the message of AEW. I am here because there's a bunch of people I want to fight, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I love this kind of, like, cynical Brian Danielson, you know?
Yeah. It's like, it's one half his real personality and one half the blue-eyed brawler personality that Jon Moxley has developed.
But, like, that's kind of, like, that's the thing. Jon Moxley is AEW. He's AEW in his blood. He'll fight for this company. He'll fight for the honor of AEW. That's most of the people in AEW. Even the heels are proud of AEW.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan doesn't give two shits about AEW.
Bryan Danielson just wants to beat the fuck out of everybody. He doesn't care where they are.
He like, I saw someone describe it on the internet as like he hasn't drunk the Kool-Aid. Because CM Punk came in and was like, you guys are doing professional wrestling the way I want to do professional wrestling. I believe in this. I want to help the young talent, and I want everybody to be good, and I want everybody to be great. And Daniel Bryan says, like, I just want to kick their heads in. Can I kick their heads in?
Yeah. Ruby Soho was very much the same of drinking the Kool-Aid, and like And then Adam Cole was like, no, 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 no. WWE was great. I had a great time there. But AEW, though.
AEW, my friends. Like,
My friends,
I think
my wife to be.
I think that character choice for Brian make it's just beautiful because it immediately, oh, it's badass babyfacey, but it's also very tweener
Mm-hmm.
because he can just go up to a babyface and go like, "I want to fight you." Why do you want to fight
Bro,
me? Because I want to fight you. Fight me. Fuck you. Fight me.
could you imagine if this leads to a resurrection of the planet's champion?
I don't think Brian would want to go back like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's wishful thinking on my part. That's indulgent, nostalgic fan thinking. I apologize.
Fickle.
It was a
Fickle.
good ass run. It was a
Oh,
good ass run.
probably one of the last great things I think we watched in AEW, not WWE.
One of the last great main roster things.
Yeah, 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 no, you know what I want to see? I want to see Adam Cole at Full Gear beat Kenny Omega, and then I want Brian to come out and just go like, "All right, I can beat you."
Really, because I beat you on that one episode of SmackDown.
Not Adam Cole. Adam Page.
Oh yes, yes, yes. That would be great.
Too many Adams. We have too many cages and pages. Now there's two Adams. Whatever are we gonna do?
No.
But no, All Out was fucking great.
I almost want Matt Cardona to come back so we can have a bunch of Matts running around
God
too.
damn it.
Blood and Guts 2, the Matts versus the Adams.
In a cage with Paige. Cage and
And
Gage.
Christian Cage and all the rage, roasted, hosted, and coasted by Taz.
And refereed by Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
But the next thing we have to talk about is Dynamite, and I would like to use the restroom and get some water before we talk about the Dynamite.
Did you not put beat to beat? BT?
No, but we can talk about that in a minute because I really need
Okay.
to go to the restroom.
All right.
See you in a minute, folks. We're back, everybody, and I need to fix the podcast before we continue the podcast.
You broke it?
No.
Okay.
Buddy. Buddy pal? Buddy friend? Buddy guy?
Yet to discover my name.
Your name's Buddy.
Sure.
Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right, buddy? You do realize if we're gonna play Gag Chicken, I'm gonna win first, right?
How does anyone find this show entertaining?
They don't. That's why our numbers are so low.
Appreciate it.
See, they like it when we talk about comic books and when you talk about tokusatsu, and when we talk about any other
about tokusatsu.
What?
They like it when Buster talks about tokusatsu. I'm an accessory.
Oh, come now. I see more people talking about your opinion on Buster's server than I ever see them talking about Buster's opinion.
Really? Because the only feedback I've ever noticed to the show is people going, "You pronounced the original Kamen Rider actor's name wrong." And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
No, pronounce it wrong on purpose. Pronounce it wrong.
Hiroshi Fujioka.
Fuck that shit. You could never be an ASMR YouTuber.
I mean, I don't have a mic that's anywhere near good enough, so
No.
yeah.
Should we continue the gags or should we continue with the podcast?
I mean, that entirely depends on whether you've accomplished your task or not.
Oh, I am a master of my tasks, sir. You could even call me a completer of tasks.
That's not even a thing. What kind of joke is that?
You get the joke.
I don't.
You get the joke. Tell me about Adam Cole.
So this week's episode of BT episode 272, Back from the Dead.
The Dead?
Opens up with a meeting of the Elite Society, led by Kenny Omega. All the boys are sitting around a bunch of candles and some lights and a picture of Adam Cole. And Kenny basically says, all right, we have to deal with this shit. There are too many WWE vermin infesting our locker room, taking up our spots, trying to get us into title matches. Why do I need to have a title match on the show? Why are any of us having title matches on this show? This is ridiculous. We don't need to be doing this. Our numbers are down. We've got all kinds of problems coming up our ass. Gals, what the fuck are you doing? I thought this was a circle jizzerk.
And that's the end. That should be the end of the episode, right?
No, that's
nothing can be funnier than that.
No, they all told him to shut the fuck up, and then they continued on. And Matt is like, Kenny, are you sure? I don't know if this is gonna work. He's like, hey, we were able to get the fucking demons out of Cody. We can do this. So they start chanting all this ridiculous bullshit that eventually just melds into a unanimous chant of Adam Cole, baby, Adam Cole, baby. And then the lights start flickering on and off, and they go all crazy, and they dim out, and they come up, and it's Sour Boy. Carl Anderson's stupid ass Sour Boy character is there, and we're like, oh, god damn it, Sour Boy, because that's been a reoccurring thing on BT. I haven't really touched on the Sour Boy showing up at random times, and the Bucks just going, Sour Boy's the fucking worst, which is not true. Sour Boy's quite hilarious. Carl Anderson is actually the fucking worst because he said some pretty egregious comments about mental health the other day. Let me tell you.
Ooh, I did not see that.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But they all basically go, all right, that didn't work. Let's go get ready for the matches. Let's get the fuck out of here. And they all walk out, and the camera zooms in on the picture of Adam Cole. The lights go out again, and they come up, and Adam is just standing in the locker room, and he's like, "What the fuck? This isn't Reseda, California. Holy shit! It's been 4 years. Why does my mouth taste like Monster?" Guys, and that's the whole opening.
Beautiful.
So basically, the reason for all those of you fucking nitpicking, the reason Adam isn't mad at the Bucks is because he doesn't know that they killed him. For him, he just fucking fell asleep for 4 years, and he doesn't know why. But hey, he's got a hot fiance now. So net gain.
Yeah. And one sad Paul.
Yeah. He's got a sad dad somewhere.
Two sad dads.
His two gay dads are very sad.
His grandpa couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
Also, we haven't mentioned it, and it's sort of big news. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, has gone into and successfully come out of surgery for cardiac issues.
Yeah,
we wish the best to our NXT dad because, like, goddamn, you were the one thing keeping us in the WWE for a long while.
Because like Hunter's not perfect, but he's done a lot of good.
The best way I can describe Hunter is Hunter booked NXT in a similar way if Cody was the only one booking AEW.
And he's also, like, above all else, he's also a husband and a father and a human being. So
yeah.
Speedy recovery, all that.
We rag on WWE a lot, but it's not for lack of, like, care, because, like, Asuka's there. There's a bunch of talent there that we like. There's a bunch of other talent and people we like there too. It's just everything is working against everyone. I even think how Vince McMahon has organized his company is now working against him.
I rag on their decision making. I do not rag on the people making the decisions.
Exactly.
Except for Vince. Some days I really don't like Vince as a person.
Yeah, no, that's easy though.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say, we rag on WWE a lot. Oftentimes it is through the lens of, like, like, AEW does this. Imagine if they didn't do this. What a horrible idea. And we're talking about WWE. But it's comparative and contrasting, and it's just, I don't know.
But the next notable segment on BT is Matt gives a bit of an update on his Dior's, which is they're fucking gone. Nobody knows what happened to him. The TSA is not being helpful to him, and he's pretty fucking upset given that he's been flying with Delta for years and years and is a fucking gold member with them and has all these points racked up. But he filed a police report, and the police are going to take a look at the cameras in the airport where he last saw them. So fingers crossed, something still comes of it. But in his opinion, him and his wife are just out $13,000 over a pair of shoes right now.
Yeah.
Which sucks. We didn't get a fun bit continuing on the Brittany. Continuing on the Leva Bates and Peter Avalon story, where Peter Avalon is wearing a Britney Spears shirt. That's why I said Britney.
Britney.
And yeah, and Leva Bates is wearing a Justin Timberlake shirt, and so it's a bit of them just communicating in song titles. Uh, and literally, I think uh, I forget what Peter says, but he says something slightly inappropriate, and Leva goes, "Oh, that's toxic," and she walks off and goes, "Bye, bye, bye." And the last part of the bit is Peter goes, "Oops, I did it again."
Oh.
Nah. Uh,
That
what
sounds like
else?
a fucking YouTube video from 2008.
Doesn't it though? Um, we didn't get a really funny, like very classic BT style bit, in my opinion, where the Bucks, Kenny and Nakazawa have just finished up dinner, and they're all going like, "Oh man, who's getting the check? Who's gonna pay for all this? Because this was a really fancy, really expensive dinner." And Kenny's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got it. I got the champions budget. Don't worry about it." And he picks up the check, and it says, "Paid for by Ric Flair." And they're like, "What?" And the camera pans over, and they're like, "Oh, Ric Flair's at the bar. He must be saying he's sorry for beating you up in Mexico." And you never see this guy turn around. It's just the back of a guy who looks like Ric Flair from behind. And they also hint at, "Oh, there was somebody else at our table, but we can't remember who it is." And it's very obvious that it was Adam Cole.
Oh.
Uh, we then get a bunch of footage from around FanFest. We get the Bucks telling Brandon about the spiked shoe and the plan for it, and basically going like, "We're not going to need this, but just in case, just in case. But I'm sure like the BT trigger will put them away, and if that doesn't work, we always have bang for your buck. And if not that, there's always the Meltzer driver. So we're not going to need this, but just in fucking case, Brandon, here you go."
It's just BTE is very retcon new detail.
Mm-hmm. We then get BTS footage of the run-ins from the end of the show, and one little snippet at the end of Adam Cole and Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega embracing after the show backstage, and Matt Jackson saying, "We're finally all back together." It's
Oh.
really cute.
Hey,
Hey,
someone's almost there. Not there yet.
he's coming. He's coming.
Dude.
Oh Lord, he coming.
I had a friend who basically sent me a message the other day. It was like, if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go over to AEW, I am going to start watching it. You
Is
hold
this
me
the
to
Cole?
this. What?
Is this the Cole I've heard so much about?
The what?
Is this the Cole I've heard so much
No.
about? Okay.
Internet friend.
Okay.
No. He was basically like, if they come over to AEW, I am watching it. Hold me to it. And I was like, all right. I don't know about Sami Zayn, but Kevin Steen might be making a showcase. Real quick,
Yeah.
if Sami Zayn goes over to AEW, should he return as El Generico?
I would fucking love that, but I don't think it needs to happen at this point.
In BTE?
El Generico for a bit or like a recurring bit in BT, I'd be fine with, yeah.
Sammy's vlog with Fuego.
Oh, that's gotta happen.
Oh man, I just really want Sami Zayn to come over to AEW and go full socialist proletariat anarchos, like fuck, go full bore. Because AEW will go like, oh yeah, no, we can do that. What?
Just Artist Collective 2.0.
Just like full on. It's like, oh, I can go full. Yeah. What if I get cheered? Oh no, you can be a babyface with that gimmick. I can? Yeah. But you're a billionaire.
You
No,
can
my
form
dad's a
faction
billionaire.
with Hangman. Form a faction with Hangman.
Hangman, our anti-capitalist horse daddy.
Now I want that on one of his lower thirds.
That's the interesting thing, I think, is the reason why there is an aspect of level-headedness within AEW. Tony Khan himself isn't a billionaire. His dad is. And he benefits from that. But he basically goes like, all right, cool, I'm going to use this money to do dope shit and
Yeah.
help other people and help this community that I love, which is professional wrestling.
Speaking of doing dope shit, the Sammy vlog this week was basically just a bunch of fun, all out backstage footage. Like there's a great bit early on where they're as the crowd is still like trickling in, Sammy, Mark Henry, and Thunder Rosa run out into the crowd and just start throwing little share size candies at people.
Oh, that's fucking adorable. God damn. Okay, I'm watching that because of Thunder Rosa.
Mhm. And there's a great backstage bit where, because of the whole reoccurring Dustin is Fuego's dad, Fuego brought his oldest son, who's like 4 or 5 years old, to the show, and so there's a bit where Dustin walks in on them just hanging out and talking to Sammy, and Dustin goes, Chico, my favorite grandson, so good to see you. And Fuego's just like, that's not his name.
God damn. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
We also get a bunch of footage from the charity baseball game, which I was pleasantly surprised by. I didn't think I was going to get a good look at that, but there's some great fucking spots. Like Sean Spears hits a home run using a chair instead of a bat.
Fuck. Who was it? It was against like local fire people, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice.
Uh, What else? What else is in this? I'm scrubbing through it. Oh, there's an amazing bit. They go to a Target in Chicago and they're looking for Sammy's AEW figure because he's still trying to find a running change one. They find Series 6 MJF, and a fan just randomly walks up, like it wasn't staged. A fan walks up to Sammy and goes like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh hey, what's up? You like AEW?" Because he's wearing an AEW shirt. And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm a big fan." And he goes, "You like this guy?" And he goes, "Nah." So he throws the MJF figure on the ground in the fucking store and just stomps on it.
Fuck. I mean, pay for it. It's
I'm sure
fair.
he I'm sure he did after the cameras were off. What else? I'm just scrubbing through here. Oh yeah, while they were testing to make sure the lowering and raising device for the cage worked, P the younger members of the roster kept climbing up on top of it just to see what it was like. Sammy was one of them.
Oh, while it was down or while it was moving.
While it was down.
Okay, because if it was while it was moving, I'm about to call all them dumbasses.
Yeah. Uh, there was also just a great recurring bit through the back half of the vlog where there was a giant CM Punk logo mural backstage for this show. So Sammy kept filming people being in front of it, going like, "Hey, I think I'm going to start crossing my arms during my entrance like this. Like, I think that's going to be a thing. I think they can get that. I can get that over. What do you think?" And Sammy's like, "Yeah, yeah, that'll totally work. Nobody's ever done that before." While they're just standing in front of this massive mural of CM Punk's arms crossed.
Ah,
And that was the Sammy vlog.
yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. On guard.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh wait, you can't see me.
Just call it.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We both did rock. You did
I did
scissors,
scissors.
so I win. I'll go first. I'll take the first two because the first one is simple. Excalibur wasn't here at Dynamite this week because he was getting married. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Excalibur.
Mazel Tov. That's the thing, right? Mazel Tov.
Yeah. I
Or is that
mean,
baby?
neither
I
of
can
us are
never remember.
Jewish.
I don't think he's Jewish either, but Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov is like congratulations. Uh, yeah. So instead of Excalibur, we had Taz and all of his Tazisms.
Yeah, this is a really, really good showing for Taz. Like, I haven't listened to Dark in a while, but I remember him being all over the place on Dark. So,
Yeah, I think that's partially just because he likes joking around with Excalibur.
Mhm. And it's YouTube, so they know there's not as much pressure to get everything right.
Right. Uh oh.
Uh-oh, what uh-oh? I don't like uh-oh.
It's a weird uh-oh. I don't know what's... Did I add too many slides?
Yeah.
Oh. The thing isn't... The thing still isn't loading? Hold on. I'm gonna... We're good. We're good here. Don't worry. There's no problems.
Right.
There's no problems.
Well, while you're making sure there's no problems, let me just say that this episode of AEW Dynamite was 9/8/2021 from the Fifth Third Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yep, we got the thing loading, so just give it a second, and we'll be able to start talking about the other things in a moment. I wanna dance for somebody. Wanna be the heat for somebody. There we go. So, Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black. The next step in the Black versus Rhodes family
Death of the
feud.
Nightmare Family.
Death of the Nightmare. This was a good match. Really good, really fun, really solid.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, I would say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Part of me just wants Malachi to be like the most dominant thing ever, but also part of me goes like, no, I want him to have dope competitive matches. So like, yeah, good shit.
I feel like we're building towards that dope competitive match.
Yeah. But no, this was good. It built up the feud. It did all the things right, and we're building up towards Cody Rhodes coming back and fighting Malachi, and Malachi winning. Malachi should be winning.
Sure, he should.
He should. He should.
So we got a Lucha Brothers video package, which was real good and real fun. Didn't really put them over as baby faces as much as I wanted it to. It was just kind of like, hey, we're finally the tag team champions. Isn't this awesome? We're gonna be dominant. We're gonna light a fire under this division's ass. We're gonna have fun, badass tag team matches coming up.
We're
And I'm just like,
badasses. Look at this title. It still has blood on it.
and I'm like, yo, this is good. But honestly, I feel like the better promo was just their interview during the media scrum.
Yeah.
Especially with all the wholesome Penta says moments.
And the kid asking, "Are you guys scared when you climb up on the cage?" And they immediately go like, "No, we're badass superheroes. We wear this mask because we're badass superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in wrestling, kid." And it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
I love wholesome family community men, Penta and Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best.
We also got Santana and Ortiz doing it, or no, sorry. The next thing was a CM Punk in-ring promo. Punk comes out, talks about how awesome All Out was, puts over a bunch of people to the crowd, puts over somebody who's in the crowd because Flying Brian Jr.'s adoptive mama was in the crowd, and he was like, "Hey." Yeah, he was like, "Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. I've heard a lot of great things about you. Your son's awesome. Let's hang out sometime. Oh, hey, aren't you his sister too? You're awesome too. All right, I'm a big old baby face. Hey, everybody, what heels do you want me to fight? Say some names. I'll pick one out. We'll do a challenge." And Taz is just like, "Bitch, don't you fucking say my name." No one said your name. No one said your name at all. You've been saying my name on interviews, though. I listen to the radio. I watch the fucking media scrum. You've been saying my friends' names. You don't say my friends'
He's been
names.
saying
We're
my
gonna
boys'
beat you
names.
up. We're gonna beat you up. We're gonna beat you up good. All right. I would like them to attempt to beat me up. Sure, let's have some matches. About me, your boys, your son. Let's make it happen. Come on, Hook in ring debut. Let's go.
Yes.
And that was the promo.
Takes a GTS confirmed.
Yeah.
But also there was this meme. I love the idea of like Hook being an unspoken badass
Mm-hmm.
with his dad as his stand.
What would that stand be called?
No sleep till Brooklyn. With my stand, no sleep till Brooklyn. I don't think he's from Brooklyn. I may have just heavily insulted the New Yorker known as Taz.
Trying to remember which borough he's from now, God damn it.
I know Eddie's from Yonkers.
Uh-huh. See, I want to say Yonkers. Where
Now we're getting into
is
the real podcast material.
As from in New York? He's from Long Island.
Oh, he's MJF Town. Okay.
Yeah. He's fucking Matt Cardonaville.
Mm. Where's Santana and Ortiz then from? Queens?
I think they're Queens boys. They might be Brooklyn boys.
I don't know. The Puerto Rican New Yorker boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, talk about them.
Hey! They have basically said, yo, we're done with our feud with FTR. We won. We're badasses. We did all the things. And we are aiming for the tag team titles. Yes, please. Santana, Ortiz versus the Lucha Bros. Give it to me.
I don't think we've gotten that yet. I don't think that's been a match yet. Let's go. Let's go.
Because they were either heels or faces, both heels or faces at the same time. And right now, the Lucha Bros are tweeners, and Santana and Ortiz are baby faces.
Yeah.
Which, dude, just give it to me. Pump it in my veins.
Mm-hmm.
We also get a backstage promo segment between Tony Schiavone and Ruby Soho. Where basically he goes like, yo, you got the chance to win the belt. You got all this stuff. And she's like, yeah. And then Britt Baker comes in and goes like, bitch, you thought. Fuck you.
Mm. And Ruby's just like, didn't I help train you? And the whole time Jamie Hayter's just standing there biting her lip like, God damn it, these fucking bitches. I can't believe I took this paycheck. She's just, Jamie Hayter is literally just Lady Wardlow.
Yeah, but honestly, Lady Wardlow is a cool character for the women's division.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference. Wardlow is like, fine, whatever. Jamie Hayter's like, these fucking bitches. I don't want to fucking deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she's not on Britt Baker's payroll. She's on AEW's payroll, so she can just bounce the moment she does. The moment it's not beneficial for her.
Yeah. Trying to think. Oh, there was a great line. We talked about it earlier, but Ruby's pointing out all Britt's nicknames, and Britt's like, yeah, what's your nickname? The Runaway? Why don't you run away back to catering?
Dude. But also, fuck yeah, Ruby Soho. She's great.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about this next match?
All right, Powerhouse Hobbs with Hook versus Dante Martin. This match was way better than it had any right to be. It was maybe a little too short, but we got a lot of great spots in, a lot of really cool mixing of styles, some really cool Hook interference, and ultimately it was a great little put-over match for Hobbs for I would not be surprised if he's the first person. You know what the fucking order should be? In a Dynamite at Grand Slam. Grand Slam. Hobbs versus Punk. Another couple matches. Starks versus Punk. Another couple matches. Hook debuts at Winter is Coming against Punk.
That'd be fun. I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. This feels like the best Dark Elevation match to, like, and they're going like, all right, cool. These guys are, like, ready to have, like this kind of match on the main show.
Yeah.
Because this feels like the most AEW show. These are two of both, I wouldn't say homegrown talents. They had time on the independent scene, but they are nurtured AEW talents.
Definitely.
Told, go out there, do your thing. Like, there's no experienced veteran in this match. There's no, like, this is...
Prove that you belong in this spot.
And they did.
Because
which is amazing.
It was just really fun, really fast paced, really well handled, and ultimately Hobbs wins after a power bomb that looked real sick.
Yeah, this is all good.
We then pan over to the rafters where Dan Lambert is sitting with he's hanging out with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page and talking about how dumb AEW is and how much the chant makes him sick and how much they just hired a bunch of short, skinny people and look at these real men. And I'm fucking sick of this guy, man.
It's weird because everyone else says how much they love him.
Nah, I've had enough of Dan Lambert. Like,
I just need him to be a part of something. That's the moment I'll be like okay with it.
Here's the thing. I can get that. I can kind of agree with it, but like so far this man has been on like 4 or 5 shows now. He's cut the same goddamn promo every time. And now he's just a mouthpiece for Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, who are doing fine without him?
I don't know. Part of me just really would like to see this lead to a tag match between those two guys, Scorpio and Page, and Lance Archer, and his stablemate in Japan, Minoru Suzuki, who apparently is going to be doing more things with AEW in the near future.
Yeah, that could be cool. But ultimately, I'm just like, this is the fucking Paul Heyman of AEW. He has one good promo, and now they're using him to enhance talent that didn't really need him.
Here's the thing. I think the moment they actually make a match out of this heat, it'll be fine. I just think it needs a match for the heat. It's just radiating everywhere, and there's no like focus on it, you know?
All I know is if he cuts the same promo tomorrow or next week on Dynamite, I'm just going to start skipping through his segments.
Also, I just want to point out, going back, Dante Martin looks a little bit like Namor.
I could see it.
Then we had the confirmation for what is hopefully going to be the last match of the Orange Cassidy Matt Hardy saga, which is going to be hair versus hair.
This is stupid, but all right.
Yeah. Shave Matt Hardy bald. Let him break.
Yeah.
Actually,
let him shave him bald, have him start breaking down in the ring, and then just get eaten by Wyndham Rotunda.
I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think if he wrestles in AW, I don't think he's gonna be Wyndham Rotunda. I think he's gonna have a new spooky name.
The Baba Bob.
The Baba Baba?
The Baba Bob.
The Baba Bob.
Oh, dude, yeah.
The Baba Bob.
I'm the spooky Bill Cosby, man. Wow.
Bill Cosby's already pretty spooky enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did we turn into Seth Rogen there?
I don't know.
I'm Seth Rogen. I just smoked a bunch of weed.
Bro, I'm gonna make a movie about the Green Hornet that doesn't feel like a Green Hornet movie at all.
And then do you want to take this bit?
uh, Yeah, MJF came out for an in-ring promo and basically started kind of just ignored the whole Jericho thing. Like he said a little bit about it, but then he went into just like riffing on the audience a whole bunch and zeroed in on Brian Pillman's adoptive mom and sister and was
Brian
talking about
Pillman
how
Jr.
yeah, Junior, and talking about them and how stupid they were. And Brian Pillman comes out and goes like, "Hey, don't talk shit about my family." And he goes like, haha, your mom was a meth addict." And so they has fights. Uh, very funny. Wardlow tries to stop it at first, and MJF shits on him for not helping it all out. And Wardlow's like, "Fine, I'll go stand in the corner." And so so Brian Pillman Jr. beats up MJF for like 5 solid segments before Wardlow is like, "All right, that's enough."
I also like, because this is like fuck your hometown kind of heat. He just MJF is great at it, so that's why they put him
Yeah.
out here.
I didn't realize Brian Pillman Jr. was from Cincinnati, so that was cool.
Yeah, I really like MJF's line of like, I now understand why it's called the Midwest, because everything here is fucking mid.
Yeah, that was great, but it made me all the more sad he never called Chris Jericho cringe Jericho.
Here's the thing: when he started talking about mid, I just was like, fucking trash taste, because it's the only other major place I hear mid being used regularly.
Really, because that's like common slang in the Toku Twitter community. I see people saying things are mid all the goddamn time.
But
Griff Garrison came out to try and make the save, but it was still a bit overwhelming. I was a little upset. I was a little upset we didn't see Julia Hart like come out of nowhere and Hurricane Rana Wardlow. That would have been amazing.
yeah, because I see the sign on the image. I don't have a picture of it, but we do have an RPG sign this episode. It says, "Please play Disco Elysium."
All right. That's not a thing we've been talking a whole lot about on this show. There's a current trend of like people bringing RPG signs to wrestling shows.
There's a YouTuber I watch. He's like a sizable video game YouTuber called Austin Eruption. He did a video game. He did a episode about wrestling video games today, and he was like, "Yo, I went to an AEW show, and I brought a sign that said Balin Wonderland is okay." Which is just like, all right, bud. He made a 40-minute video just like talking about that game and how it's not actually that bad. And the video's good.
All right.
Yeah. Boop. But after one Cincinnati promo, we had another Cincinnati promo of Jon Moxley basically going like, "Yo, I'm gonna fight Minoru Suzuki, and I'm from Cincinnati, and I'm badass.
Badass.
Also look like I'm about to sneeze in this picture."
Well, you know.
He's nothing to sneeze at. Neither is this match, because I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter with Rebel Not Reba and Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus the Runaway Ruby Soho. It's pretty all right.
Yeah.
Very much like the CM Punk match from All Out. This felt a little bit like getting rid of that ring rust, but not as much because she's in the Battle Royal. And is pretty solid. Jamie is growing on me.
Yeah.
God help me, Jamie is growing on me.
She's evil Supergirl.
Hate it.
But also
what
Ruby
have
so
I become now that I've betrayed?
No, but Ruby Soho is great. Her entrance is great. Everything is great.
You know what the best part about Ruby Soho is?
What?
I have absolutely no interest in fucking her. She's just awesome because she's an awesome wrestler.
Oh, God. Fuck, mate.
Like that's literally a mental conversation I had at work. I that guy who was watching a wrestling stream.
Please tell me you heard Vax say that.
But no, that's like a mental conversation I had with myself at work today. Like, so far, Ruby's run in AEW has been like proof in my mind that, like, yo, Vince, you don't need to want to fuck someone for them to be an awesome wrestler.
Does he want to fuck John Cena?
He likes his big beefy boys. That's all I'm saying.
Big beefy boys.
Vince McMahon is a closeted bi man.
But no, Ruby Soho's great. Ruby Soho is solid. I fucking love her entrance. I fucking love her look.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, we need a crowd that's coordinated. So during the match, we can go Destination Unknown, Ruby, Ruby, Ruby Soho.
I don't know if we need Destination Unknown, but just Ruby, 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 Soho. That
No,
would be a
no,
great
Destination
chant.
Unknown sets up the Ruby, Ruby Soho stuff. Like it flows better.
See, just that length and that cadence, it feels more like a chant that would happen in Britain to me.
Yeah. England just has the better fucking wrestling chance.
It's debatable. But after this match, which Ruby wins by pinning after a big, a dropping high kick is what I wrote here. I'm not sure what I meant by that. After the match, Britt and the gang start beating down Ruby, but none other than frickin' first ever women's champ Riho and Chris Statlander come down and make the save. And lads,
Lads?
lads,
Lads?
I think we might have our
Lads?
second. I think we might have a new lady faction on our hands.
I don't know if this is a lady faction. I think it is a temporary faction that is going to be like how unaffiliated New Japan wrestlers kind of group together in like a makeshift faction, but they're not officially part of a faction.
All right.
Because Chris Statlander's still in the best friends. Unless Ruby and Riho join the best friends.
That would be amazing.
I mean, they are all the weird outcasts, and Ruby Soho is punk chick #1.
It's just like a fucking backstage segment where Wheeler and Riho are talking in Japanese, and everybody's going like, "Does anybody know what they're saying?"
And then Orange Cassidy just goes, "Hi."
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying?
Whatever.
They're saying stuff. Okay.
They're giving instructions for how the match is gonna go. Can you translate those? We'll figure it
out. Also, Riho looked fucking adorable with her oversized hoodie.
Yeah, Riho's generally a tiny angel.
God damn it! I always need to click it. But then there it is. Then we had a trios match: FTR and Shawn Spears versus the Dark Order, and they played up the Dark Order having dissension.
Mm-hmm. Because for those of us who did not watch Dark this week, there was a rather important bit in the storyline on Dark this week, and I was a little frustrated with that when I saw it. Because we on Dark this week, there was Evil Uno versus Al Angels.
Yeah, they're
big old.
But basically, Anna just came in and goes like, "All right, y'all need to fucking get along and stop this bullshit." And they're like, "Okay,
yeah,
cool, fine, we'll try and work together." And then they come out and try and do this match. And at first, John Silver is not having.
He's over like Rover.
Oh, he's over. He's great, but like he is just not gelling with Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, and it's costing them. But as the match continues, he goes like, "Yeah, no. Okay, cool. We can work together." Everybody starts gelling. Everything starts flowing right, and then one screw up happens, and it just falls apart.
Yep. To the point where Anna and Tay come out to the entrance and are just like, "What the fuck?" and end up walking away. Uh, so dollars to donuts. How do you think this is going to play out?
I think this is going to play out with them breaking up, but both calling themselves the Dark Order. Like they both believe that the other half has fallen away from the ideals of the Dark Order. So it's like
The fucking NWO.
a little bit of like a Civil War kind of thing. And we get some cool matches between all the guys on like Dark Elevation, Rampage, and that kind of stuff. And then Adam Page shows up and goes like, "Why are you guys fighting?" "Well, we should have helped you." "Yeah, but I didn't want you to help me. I didn't want you guys getting hurt." And then Evil Uno just goes like, "Yeah, see, I told you were right. Shut up, Uno. Should have talked to them more." And then go like, "Oh, we were all just being assholes."
Yeah, I think that's happening next week because they're in Hangman's hometown next week.
Oh God, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. Motherfucker's returning next week, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck have y'all been doing?"
Have they?
What's
Has he
this?
had the baby yet? Have they? Him? Has him and his wife had the baby yet?
I haven't seen anything about it either way.
I mean, it's only been like a month. I don't know. And here's the
All
thing.
I know is they're making their fucking Virginia debut next week.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? But this was a good match. I like this match. FTR and Sean looked great in it.
Yeah, it was a good match. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we had. Okay, so here we're just planting all the goddamn seeds for the women's division. Please pay attention.
Yep.
We're basically a bunch of the more over women in the women's division basically go like, "Yo, I had a problem with this person. Yo, I had a problem with this person. I'm gonna fight them. I am aiming for the title. I'm aiming for this. Here's my basic one sentence motivation for everybody to get caught up on all the subtle nuances we've been noticing."
I remember seeing Jade, Nyla, and Thunder. Hikaru might have been there. Layla definitely wasn't there, and that made me upset.
Just pick up a Supergirl comic and you'll be fine.
All right.
Hold on. Oh no. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I think right now you are in double vac mode.
Oh, how about that? You're right.
It made you happy?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that spread of her flying at the camera. That is some early 2000s ass art.
That's some early 2000s ass fucking coloring.
Yeah, look at this shit. What's going on there? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not actually reading that right now.
Okay. All right, buddy. You my video feed on YouTube just got cut up to the double vac part of the part of the thing.
Here we go.
Look at that! Look at that butt. All right, but yeah, no, it's a lot of. Also, we're probably getting Penelope Ford and the Bunny versus Tay Conte and Anna Jay.
Hmm.
That's probably going to be coming up soon. A couple other little things, odds and ends.
Yeah, bits and bobs.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. And do you want to take this?
Yeah, Tony Schiavone talked to Tully Blanchard backstage. Tully Blanchard hinted at a in-ring return of him and Sean Spears facing off against Darby Allin at Sting, presumably at Grand Slam.
That'd be a fun nostalgia act, and a one-time thing would be fun.
Yeah, I'm down. We've seen that Tully can still go at least a little bit because he had that big tag match with his boys. So
Looking
let's
like
have
they're
him
in a
take
goddamn gay club.
Yeah. So now he needs to have a night out with his other son.
Yeah. You want to take the Sammy Guevara? Since it's just simple stuff.
Yeah, it was just him talking. It was just during the ad break, Sammy did one of his patented cue card segments, talking about how crazy the summer has been and all the debuts we've had. And hey, don't forget, Sammy Guevara is still here. Shit's gonna happen with Sammy Guevara soon. Keep an eye on him.
Nice. Nice to Sisa-chan. Then we go backstage to catch up with Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. as he basically goes like, yo, Cincinnati's great. Fuck MJF. I'm a badass babyface. And then the Acclaimed show up and go like, hey, by the way, Max Caster's off of suspension, and so we're back. We're doing our shit. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Did you see that bit on Dark of them basically doing the DX thing of like lol assigned lyrics?
I haven't yet, but I've heard good things.
It was funny.
Like, people blew Max Caster's fucking whole thing out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
People were thinking like, oh, he's getting fired from AEW. No, he said some things. It wasn't cool. They wanted him to cool down.
Yeah. It was a misstep. They course corrected. It's fine now. Everything's fine. We're fine. How are you?
If you say it like that, people think it's not.
But it is. It's fine. It's
All right,
fine.
cool.
We're all fine. Everything's fine here. How are you?
But we're going to get that match Rampage?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. And then we have a segment where the Elite basically come out and basically do the final segment with Adam Cole again. That's a big problem with AEW post pay-per-view shows. They try to catch everybody up. So, like, not everything is brand new for the people who haven't bought the pay-per-view. Which is admirable. I can appreciate that, but it's also like, I watched the pay-per-view.
This was all right. Like, it wasn't the same thing verbatim. It was very similar. Maybe ran a bit too long, but I did enjoy
there's several things throughout the show that ran a little bit too long.
Yeah, because this is a packed show. I enjoyed just about everything on this, but it all might have been a bit much.
Yeah, we'll get to why in a moment.
Mm-hmm. But no, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed getting to hear, because I didn't watch the fan cams of after All Out went off the air. I enjoyed finally getting to hear Bryan Danielson talk.
He talked. They did show that in the Road to Dynamite that was released Tuesday.
Oh, I must have missed that.
The post All Out. Maybe not everything, but it was clips of it. I also really like Adam Cole squaring up against Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, step off my girl, Grandpa.
It's fucking hilarious. But then, I
hope they follow up with that of like Britt got really mad at him backstage afterwards. That is my friend. You will not talk to my friend that way.
But he looks at you weird. No, he doesn't. He looks at everybody.
Imagining.
He looks at everybody weird. Tony Schiavone looks like a creep, but he's our creep.
Mm-hmm. That is podcast, Grandpa. You leave him alone.
But in the middle of all the Elite just going like, ha ha ha, we're great. Adam Cole's back. Yay. Bryan Danielson comes in and goes like, yo, fight me. That's not how it works here. I I didn't say fight me for the title. I just said fight me. You scared? I'm not scared.
Okay, quick question. Who here wants to see Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega? That was great.
Yes, 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 yes.
It was great, but also like I'm very hesitant about rushing towards this match because we just did that with Christian.
I don't. Here's the thing. Christian took a fucking long time to get the Kenny match.
He took like a pay-per-view.
It still took a while. He built
True.
up. He had good matches in the meantime. He built up the trust that he was a good competitor.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Daniel Bryan's not going to give me the title. He's saying, give me a fight. They can have a match without having a title match.
Fair enough.
There's things they can do. There's things they can do. Also, look how pointy Bryan's nipples are in that picture.
Yeah, I noticed that when I saw the graphic on somebody else's video the other day.
But, no, but
Brian's
Bryan's...
not mid, shut the fuck up.
Bryan's promo was good. Solid work. What's going on?
Motherfucker just said steak is mid.
I mean, Bryan Danielson would agree with them.
Well, look, killing any animal and eating their flesh is mid, but like as far as taking that as what it is, steak is not mid. Steak is fucking great.
But no, the segment was really good. Anything else you need to say?
Adam Cole, baby. I don't think it works as well as they think it does with the new theme.
It's fine. The new theme is basically his fucking Undisputed Era theme, just with lyrics.
Although, like, okay, unpopular opinion, I never really got into the Undisputed Era theme.
Really?
Like, it's good. It's good, but it's not great.
Okay. It's fine.
No, Bacon's not great. I don't love. I'm not super into Bacon. Like Bacon, Kevin Bacon's okay, but like Bacon, every once in a while on a burger maybe, but as its own thing, I'm not super into it.
And the worst thing is artificial bacon.
No, the worst thing is crispy bacon. If you're gonna give me bacon, make that shit fucking flaccid. Make it wiggly. Give me a wiggly.
What the fuck?
I don't like crispy bacon. It tastes like I'm eating a potato chip.
You think you know some people? And then they come out with the weirdest fucking opinions.
Sorry.
That's like eating raw bacon.
No. You cook it. You just don't burn it.
You don't burn bacon.
Really? Then why does every fucking piece of crispy bacon I've ever eaten taste like it's burnt?
Maybe you just haven't had crispy bacon. Maybe people just don't know how to cook bacon around you.
Alright, fine. Make me some bacon at the summit, bitch.
Bitch, I make good-ass bacon. I flip that shit over and over again. I let it good in the oil. I make good-ass fucking bacon.
Bitch, I make good ass bacon. Boingo Rider 2021.
What? You want to bet? Oh, you want to bet?
Oh no. I believe you. That's such a funny thing to hear come out of your mouth. And I have to tweet it now.
Vac just became a clown.
Are you new here?
Buddy. But oh, okay, we're good. We're all good. Nah. Bruv. Nah. Vac's a little weirdo. You ready? You ready to talk about the main event?
Yeah, let's talk about Violence Dad versus Murder Grandpa.
Violence Dad versus Murder Grandpa. should have went a lot longer.
I enjoyed it, but it's very much that kind of match where you're like, oh, they had 30 minutes planned out, and they were told they had 10.
Yep. And it feels very much like they. It feels like very much like they had planned 30 minutes. They were told 20, and right before they went out the curtain, they were like, "Shit, we've gone over. You got 10."
Mm. And then they rushed it. And I liked this match.
I'm not saying the match isn't good. I liked it, but it's like being promised a full ass burger and you only get half of it.
And so to try and make up for that, Mox just spent the last minute and a half of the broadcast running around the audience.
Yeah. But what we got was good.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. There was the fucking spot where they're both like trying to punch each other out and keep falling over or almost falling over. That's good shit.
I want Minoru Suzuki to stick around in AEW for at least a little bit longer, do a couple more things.
Just say it. Just say you want Malachi Black versus Minoru Suzuki.
I want that, but I also want Orange Cassidy versus Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah.
Get the match that we were promised that before COVID.
Miro versus Minoru Suzuki.
Yes, but I also want to see a proper Jon Moxley Minoru Suzuki 30-minute classic. As close as we can get.
Remember the reason Bryan Danielson was coming to AEW over staying with WWE?
Ooh, are we going to get Minoru Suzuki versus Bryan Danielson?
Let's wet that little vegan's palate.
Bro. Arthur Ashe. And actually let Minoru Suzuki come out and have Kaze Ninore be on the speakers. Because people were pissed at that.
Mm-hmm.
No. You know what it should be? Bryan Danielson, Minoru Suzuki, 30-minute Iron Man match.
By the way, I have neglected to say it on this show so far, but I would be horrible if I neglected to say it for the whole show. Minoru Suzuki was the first monster in Kamen Rider Revice this week. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's there for like 10 seconds before getting turned into a monster mash.
I mean, fuck it. He's scary looking. Why not?
Yeah.
Look at this man and tell me this is not a fucking spoopy ass man.
No, that's Murder Grandpa right there.
It's Murder Grandpa. Murder Grandpa and Violence Dad. Goddamn pro wrestling are fucking fan nicknames. But no, that's pretty much it for the wrestling this week. Do you have any final thoughts to kind of talk about?
It's really fucking weird that Connor thought reading hentai is hard when he's constantly going on about how he finds the stories the sexy thing in hentais.
Jesus fucking Christ. I know you're responding to a comment.
This is the chat we have now, people.
Yeah.
The wrestling chat is now twice as cursed as it was before. You're welcome.
You know what this podcast is eventually going to become? It is going to become all our fans, all of the people who watch us, who don't watch wrestling, just fucking with us while we're trying to talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
But, any final words about wrestling this week?
Ruby Soho is my fucking badass aunt, and I hope she has a really good title match.
Hell yeah. I cannot wait for Rampage, Pac versus Andrade.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And Pac needs to get his fucking travel situation handled.
Mm-hmm.
because it's getting kind of
Or
silly.
he could make like Kenny and just get an American apartment to stay in.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the meantime, why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
YouTube.com/The Vacuuminator, TheBacuuminator, at The Vacuuminator on Twitter, at @the_Vacuuminator on Instagram. I have not actually seen Mother's Nose Breast, but I find that statement highly dubious.
Ha. Hey, howdy. I'm Chris, a Boingo writer, Gaston. I make a variety of content on the internet. You can find me on YouTube at Boingo Writer. You know how YouTube works. Find me. That's where I put my video essays and editorials. You can also find me on Twitter at Boingo_writer and Instagram at Boingo_writer. It's almost as if I have to put those there. And since this is streaming, I don't have to worry about timing and everything. This Monday, a special thing will be premiering on my Twitch channel, Boingo Writer. So twitch.tv/Boingo Writer is the place where you can find that. And if you want some more information about what's going to be going down on my Twitch channel, go to my Twitter and you should find an interesting little video.
All those hours of learning JavaScript have finally paid off.
See, here's the weird thing. I don't remember anything. I just woke up and it was just like there. I'm just like, what's going on here? And it's just like, set up a Twitch channel. We figure it out. We'll go from there. And for some reason he doesn't call me by my name or my internet handle. Like he just goes like, no, I'm that. You can't be that. And I was like, what? And then like, he just calls me developer. That's it, just developer.
Like a Frankenstein's monster situation you got going on.
I don't know. It's weird. But hey, Monday you might be able to see what's going on. You might be able to help me out, I guess. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, this has been MMWP Modular Media Wrestling Podcast Live. We talk about wrestling. If you want to hear us talk about comic books, join us on Saturday with No Price Podcast, where we talk about Marvel movies, comic books, merchandise, and more, as well as the distinguished and the imaginative competition. And also, watch on Tuesdays for Twit, This Week in Toku, where Vac and Buster talk about tokusatsu they watched in the week. Have you seen any good shit?
That thing that just got posted in the chat is pretty good.
Oh, I can't see it. It's on a different thing.
Boingo Writer became Gaiamatsu.
I'm trying to fucking connect the dots. I'm not.
You need to watch 01.
Okay, cool. And on Fridays, you can see our podcast known as Modular Components, where we talk about dumb shit. Any old dumb shit.
Except you're not getting that tomorrow because we tried to watch All Out instead.
Yeah, so none of that this week. But come back next week and you'll get an episode of Components.
Oh god, Bill Wirtz just sent us a cease and desist.
We're nowhere near the level of fucking Bill Wirtz, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day. One day
more. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Les Mis.